So hit play on the link that I sent you, and then just come meet me in Sukhasana, which is cross-legged seated position. So just sit in a nice, comfortable seated position and resting your palms upon your knees. And we're just gonna take a few rounds of breath here, whether you've just woken up and you're coming right to the mat, or whether you have scurried around to get here. Thank you for joining me. This is Sunday morning Sunshine&Savasana class, which I'm calling a nice way to wake our bodies up and stretch. We're also getting ready to embrace the full moon in Leo. And with that, it's one of the biggest full moons that we have this year, the brightest, and the one that is going to inspire change. So if there's something that you've been wanting to work on and focus on, this will be a great time to set your intention for the full moon ahead and for this hour-long class. So thank you for joining me. We'll take a few rounds of breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And then open your eyes when you're ready. And bring your palms to your heart center. And all together, we're going to take one Om. Inhaling. Om. And then placing your palms in the upright position, receiving the energy. We're just going to start with some neck rolls. So just slowly rolling your neck to the right. And then over to your left shoulder. And then to the right. And over to your left shoulder. And then when you make your way around, reverse it to the left. And don't force your neck. Only make these circles at the most comfortable position for your neck. And then when you've made that second rotation, meet me in a neutral neck, head facing forward. And then taking your right arm, lifting it up and placing your right hand on your left ear, we're just going to gently push and pull your head towards your right shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to, for the rest of this practice, we're going to use our Ujjayi breath, which is breathing in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. And then remove your hand, come back to center. Same thing with the left hand. Bringing your left arm up and over, left hand on the right ear, pulling your right ear to your left shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back up to center. We're going to take our hands behind us in a bound position. And if you have a belt, if it's hard for you to bind your hands behind your back like this, you can also grab onto something like a belt or a strap. Coming into that bind position, we're going to push our chest forward towards the front of the room, bringing our bodies closer to our legs and extending the arms up behind us. Chin to chest. Staying here for a couple rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly rolling your body up. And then one more time, binding your hands behind you, chin to chest, rolling forward, pushing your chest forward, opening up your heart chakra, and then rolling right back up. And then when you're ready, meet me in tabletop position. Make sure your back is nice and flat and your palms are really pressing into the earth. And what we're going to first start by doing is just flipping our palms back so our fingertips are facing our knees. And we're just going to rock back and forth. Really stretching out our forearms and our wrists, getting them ready for a nice vinyasa class. And then flip them back. And join me in a few rounds of cat and cow. So for cow, we're going to push our belly down to the earth, neck and head up to the sky. And for cat, navel to spine, arching your back up towards the sky. And belly back down to the earth, arching your lower back, neck high, getting a nice stretch in your neck. Back to cat, navel to spine. And one more cow position. Now we're just going to take circles with our whole upper body. So getting our upper body and our core warm here. Taking your whole body, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. Do what feels naturally right. Circling your upper body and your thighs to the right 4 times. Really starting to connect to your breath here. And then when you're ready, reverse it to the opposite side. And get your whole body moving nice and warm. And then when you're ready, meet me back in tabletop position. We're going to do a little threading of the needle. So we're going to take our right arm up to the sky, opening your chest, gaze up to the right hand, and stay here for a round of breath. Inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, reach high, and we're going to thread the right arm through the left side of your body, taking your right cheek or your ear to the ground, and your left palm and hand into the earth. And we're going to stay here for a couple rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly push yourself up with your left hand, going right back into that chest opener. So opening up your chest, back to the right side, and then planting your right palm down to meet the left in tabletop. Same thing on the left side. Opening the left side of your body, stretching your left hand up to the sky, opening that left side of your body. Gaze up to the palm, only if that's comfortable for you. And then weave your left hand through the opposite side of your body, placing your left shoulder onto the floor, left ear onto the floor, and right forearm and palm supporting you in this position. Staying here for a couple rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then taking your right palm to push yourself back up, opening up that left side of the body again. And then meet me in tabletop position. And here we can take a nice child's pose. So first child's pose of the class. You can have your knees the same width of the mat. Walking your palms out in front of you. Really getting a nice stretch in your lower back side of your body. Forehead to the earth. And just stay here for a couple rounds of breath. Closing your eyes, really relaxing into this child's pose. And now we're going to continue that side body stretch. So we're going to walk our fingertips in our child's pose over to the right side of our body. So just walk your fingertips over to the right, feeling a deep stretch in the left side of your body. And stay here. And then slowly walk your fingertips back to center. And then walk them over to the left to get a really nice deep stretch in the right side of your body. Keeping your hips squared. Breathing here. And then back to center. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up to tabletop. And from tabletop, we're going to push up into our first downward facing dog of the class. So meet me in Adho Mukha Savasana. Stay here for a couple rounds of breath, and we can pedal out our feet and get our feet nice and warmed up as well. Really feeling this stretch on the backs of your legs, planting your feet and your heels into the earth. We're going to start and meet at the top of the mat, so you can step, jump, or hop to the top of the mat. And Surya Namaskar A. That's meeting in forward fold, reaching up to the sky, hands to the heart center, folding down, halfway lift to a flat back, crown of the head extending forward, folding forward, stepping your right foot back, your left foot back, chaturanga into upward facing dog, and meeting in downward dog. Again, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat. Root to rise up, hands up above you in a prayer position. Hands to heart center in prayer, folding forward. Spending some time in your forward fold here. You can grasp onto your elbows, hang your head heavy, maybe sway side to side. And then when you're ready, come up to a halfway lift, flat back, crown of the head in front of you, folding forward, stepping back, chaturanga, upward facing dog into down dog. Let's do that one more time. Step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat. Root to rise up, hands to heart center. Forward fold the body. Halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold, stepping back. Chaturanga into upward facing dog. And then meet me in down dog. And then step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat. Root to rise up. Hands to heart center. Forward fold the body. Halfway lift. Forward fold and hang. And let's stay here in this forward fold. Inhale, exhale. You can have a micro bend in your knees here. You don't want to be locking your legs. Inhale, exhale. And then root to rise. We're going to do a standing side stretch. So taking your right hand, grabbing onto your left wrist, stretching over to the left side, to the right side, and getting a nice deep stretch again in your left side body. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming up to center, swinging your arms down, twisting your right arm under your left arm. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing your arms down by your side, root to rise up, grabbing your right hand with your left wrist and stretching over to your left side, getting a nice right side of your body stretched. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, back up to center. And the left arm swings under the right. Getting a nice stretch in your shoulders, long neck. And unravel. Meet me in mountain pose. From mountain pose, we're going to swing our arms up, bending our knees into chair pose. We're going to stay here for a few seconds, a few rounds of breath. And in chair pose, really putting the weight of your body back into your heels. So a good way to test this is by lifting your toes up off the earth, maybe wiggling them around. So staying here in chair pose, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Folding forward, halfway lift, forward fold, stepping back, chaturanga to upward facing dog. And meet me in down dog. Next flow, taking your right leg up to the sky, circling your right ankle out, and opening up your hip here. So really getting a nice hip opener. Taking your right leg and opening your thigh and your hip, but keeping your left hip squared, and then back to squaring your hips. Stepping through into a high lunge position, hands to waist, bringing your full body up, and then arms extend over your head, right by your ears. Fingertips extending high up to the sky with a nice stretch. We're going to dive forward and up, forward and up. Open side body twist with your left arm coming down and around. Right side body twist, down and up. Forward fold, stepping back into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and meet me in down dog. Step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat and meet me in chair pose. Again, putting the weight of your body back into your heels, so lifting your toes, taking a couple rounds of breath here, inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, fold your top of your body over your thighs, stretching up, stepping back into plank, rolling through chaturanga into upward facing dog, and meet me back in down dog. From here, you're going to lift the left foot up to the sky, circling your ankle out, bending your knee slightly, and opening up your hip to the left side. So really getting a nice hip opener here, but keeping your right hip square to the earth. And then square your hips back, stepping through knee to nose, left foot in between the palms, so your palms are framing your left foot. Hands to hips, coming up into a high lunge, arms up to the sky, diving forward and up, forward and up. Opening your right arm, getting a nice right side body opener. Back to center. Left arm, back to center. Rolling down to plank. Vinyasa flow. Upward facing dog into down dog. We're going to do that one more time, each side. Step, jump, or hop to the front of your mat. Meet me in chair pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Forward fold your body. Halfway lift. Down, stepping back. Chaturanga to upward facing dog. Meeting in down dog. Right leg to the sky. Knee to the nose. Coming up to a high lunge. Diving forward and up. Forward and up. Opening the left side of the body. Left arm up. Right side of the body. Melting forward. Meeting back in plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog into down dog. Step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat and meet me in chair pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Folding your body forward. Halfway lift and down. Stepping back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog into down dog. Left toe and leg to the sky, bringing your knee to your nose, stepping through, and meet me in high lunge. Diving forward and up, forward and up. Nice stretch to the right arm, open twist and close twist, left arm up and around. And now coming down into runner's lunge, stepping your feet together, rolling the body up vertebrae by vertebrae, and meet me in Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, we're going to lift our left leg and open wide into a wide-legged stance at the top of your mat. Arms out to the side, toes facing inward. We're going to do a nice wide-legged forward fold. So taking a flat back to arrive there. So sticking the back side of your body out, coming into a flat back. Just stay here for a round of breath. Inhale and exhale. And then continue to fold forward your whole front side of your body over your legs. And if you can grab the outside of your feet for this pose. Or if you'd like to modify and you need to use blocks, you can place a block at whichever level in front of you. And we're just going to bend our body forward, really try to get our chin to our chest here. Pushing our forehead down to the earth. And just stay here for a few rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Remove the props if you have them or keep them close by. And then slowly walk your hands to the front of your mat in a nice side forward fold position. So here we go. And then from here, we're going to do our first balance of the class. So again, keeping this micro bend in the knee, we're going to come up to warrior three position. So your left leg is extended behind you, parallel position, toes facing down towards the mat. Again, micro bend in the knees, arms extended straight forward, fingertips nice and strong, and then meet me back in warrior one position. Warrior one, your hips are square to the front of your mat. Your left foot behind you is facing out at a 45-degree angle. Shoulders are down. Stay here for an inhale and exhale. And then meet me in warrior two. Warrior two. Fingers, tips extended, nice and strong. We're going to reach forward to reverse the warrior. Reversing the warrior, you can either keep your head facing forward or your head gaze up to your right palm. And from here, we're going to go into an extended side angle. So taking your right elbow to your right knee, having a nice deep stretch here. Your hips are open to the side. Your left arm is going to extend over your ear. So really keeping everything open to the right side. And then if you want to shift your gaze up, you can. Looking up at the left hand. And then we're going to reverse into a reverse triangle. Just straighten both legs. Again, gaze up here if you can, otherwise look straight forward. And then we're going to roll back down into our plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and meet in down dog. Left side. Left leg goes up to the sky, knee to the nose, stepping straight forward into a runner's lunge. From runner's lunge, we're going to go into a side extended standing pose. So side angle extension. Trying to get your knee to nose here if you can. And then we're going to come up into warrior three. So again, putting the weight of your body into your left foot, pushing up into warrior three, taking your arms right out in front of you, hips are squared, right toes are facing the earth. And then when you're ready, meet me in warrior one position, hips squared, shoulders down by your ears, and then coming into warrior two. From warrior two, reach forward and reverse the warrior. Again, shifting your gaze up to your left hand, only if it's comfortable. If not, keeping your head forward. And then when you're ready, coming into an extended side angle. So your left elbow on your left knee, taking that right arm up and over your ear. Really opening that side body. And then standing up, straightening both legs to a reverse triangle. You can wrap that right arm around the back side of your body. And then spiraling down, windmilling the arms into lunge position, meeting back in plank. Chaturanga, as you can see, I'm modifying my chaturanga using my knees. And meet me in down dog. We're going to do this one more time on each side. Okay, so taking our right foot up to the earth, knee to the nose, stepping through into a lunge, and then coming into a side angle extension. Chin to chest here. And if you need to use blocks, this is a good time to utilize your props. Really get this stretch. You can use, you're trying to get your chin to your chest and your forehead to your nose here. It's a really good time to use your props. And you can keep your props if you need for warrior three, if you're still working on your balance. If not, you can remove them. Again, putting all of your weight into your right foot with a micro bend in the knee, coming up to warrior three position. And don't worry, if you lose your balance, you just reset yourself and get right back to it. Left toes facing down to the earth, hips are squared. Coming back into warrior one. Couple of rounds of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then meet me in warrior two. Warrior two, reach those fingertips forward. We're gonna reverse the warrior. Again, gaze up to the right palm, right arm, only if it's comfortable. Wrapping your left arm around your back side of your body. And then coming into extended side angle. Left arm up and over your left ear. Nice and straight, really working on our alignment here. Opening up your hips, keeping your chest open. And if you'd like, you can shift your gaze up to your left hand. And then straightening both legs, coming up to reverse triangle, wrapping your left arm around the back side of your body, reversing that triangle, and then windmilling the arms, spiraling down to plank. Chaturanga to upward facing dog, and meet me in down dog. Last time, left side, guys. Left leg to the sky, knee to the nose, runner's lunge. From runner's lunge, extended side angle, side angle. Again, using your props if you need them for support. It's all about getting the deepest stretch possible. So whatever's gonna help you. Keep the props nearby if you need them for warrior three. Again, shifting your weight into your left foot, really feeling supported in that left leg and left foot and strong. Right toes down to the earth, arms extend in front of you, warrior three. From warrior three, right back into warrior one, shoulders down. Meet me in warrior two. And then extend those fingertips forward and meet in reverse warrior. Again, wrapping that arm around the back side of your body if you can. Shifting your gaze up, only if it's comfortable. Bringing your left elbow to your left knee. Your right arm up and over, an extended side angle. Really getting a nice diagonal line here with the body. So thinking about that alignment. And then straightening both legs up at the same time. We're going to reverse our triangle. So left arm right by your left ear, wrapping your right arm around the back side of your body, shifting your gaze if you'd like, and then taking a nice windmill into your runner's lunge, back into plank. And let's just hold this plank here for a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly take your chaturanga, modify if you need. Upward facing dog. And then come meet me back in child's pose. And let's just take a nice little break here in child's pose. Forehead to your knee. You can even take your arms down by your side and rest one of your cheeks on your mat. And just catch your breath here. Feel your heart beating. You should be nice and warm. Your body should feel nice and warm at this point. And then we're going to jump into the last of the standing series. So when you're ready, meet me back in downward dog. Lifting your right leg and toes to the sky, knee to nose, stepping through. Your foot should be framed by your hands and coming up to warrior one. From warrior one, we're going to go right into warrior two. From warrior two, we're going to do that reverse warrior. And from this reverse warrior, we're going to take our left arm to meet our right and come back into a high lunge here. So staying in this nice high lunge, we're going to put our hands in a prayer position over our heads, and we're gonna do a nice back bend here. So just crescent high lunge. So really getting your upper body and your chest forward, but bending back. Don't strain your neck here. Keep it as neutral as possible. And then from here, we're gonna dive forward and just get a nice shoulder opener. So clasping your hands behind you, we're gonna put our left foot down in the warrior one position and bend forward into humble warrior. Stay here for a couple rounds of breath. You should have the goal is to have your chest onto your thigh. Again, chin to chest here. And then lifting the left foot back up into a lunge, coming up into high lunge with your arms in a cactus, goal post position. And here again, opening up your chest. And then folding your body back down into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and meet me in down dog. Left leg up to the sky, knee to the nose. Stepping through and meet me in warrior one position. From warrior one, coming to warrior two. Stretching forward, reverse that warrior. Taking your arms to meet, sweeping them up into a high lunge position. From high lunge, palms in prayer above your head, bringing your palms down to heart center, sweeping them back into a stretch behind you where you're going to grab your palms and put your right heel down to the earth and come into a humble warrior position. Front side of your body over your left thigh. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Placing your palms down into the earth to get yourself back up to runner position. Here we meet in goal post, cactus arms. Bending your upper body into a slight back bend. Palms down to the earth. And chaturanga, upward facing dog. And meeting in down dog. One more time each side. Right foot to the sky, knee to the nose, stepping through into warrior one position. From warrior one to warrior two. Reaching forward, reversing that warrior, and then swinging your arms around to meet in a high runner's lunge. Palms come together in a prayer. Let's do a little crescent back bend here. And then dive your body forward. Clasp your hands behind you and place your left heel down, 45-degree angle out. And then come into our humble warrior. Bending your body over your thigh, chin to chest here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms come back down by the side, coming back up into your high lunge. Arms in cactus goal post position. Bending, slight bend back, really opening up your chest, and then folding down into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, meeting in down dog. Last time, left side, left toe to the sky, knee to the nose, stepping through and meeting me in warrior one to warrior two. Reverse the warrior, and then swinging your arms up by your side into a nice high lunge. Palms above the head in prayer position. Nice back bend here, slight back bend of the upper body. And then from here, diving forward, placing your right heel on the floor, 45-degree angle, clasping your hands behind you, and then bending your body forward into a humble warrior. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing those back toes back up to the balls of your feet, coming back into a high lunge, arms, goalpost, cactus. Upper body back, opening that chest, coming back down, stepping through, plank, chaturanga, and stay here on your belly. Putting your right cheek to the mat, palms by your side. And we're just gonna rock our hips from side to side here. Okay, so just taking a nice rest. You should really feel connected to your heartbeat here. All right, so now we're gonna push ourselves back up into plank. And we're gonna take our right foot, stepping through to a runner's lunge, but then putting our left knee down. And then taking your left toe to the floor. And again, we're just gonna come up, just like we did in high lunge, but in low lunge. Do a nice crescent lunge here. So crescent lunge back. Really pushing that left hip forward, but staying nice and stable. And then arms down by your right foot, so they should be framing your right foot. And then we're gonna step back into half splits here. So if you need to use your blocks, you can. This is a great time to incorporate your props. We're gonna hold this half split position. So heel into the earth, your right heel into the earth. You wanna get your upper body over your thigh. Again, the goal is to try to get your knee to nose. So however, wherever you're at in your practice, whether you need to put your blocks at a higher level, that's fine. Again, the ultimate goal here is just to get this nice deep stretch in the back of your hamstring. You should feel this. And your calf. And then remove your props. Stepping back through to runner's lunge. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And then coming back up to plank. And again, stepping your left knee to nose into runner's lunge, placing your right knee on the earth, toe pointed down, and here we're going to come into a nice high crescent, bending back, crescent lunge, getting a nice arch here, chest to the sky, hands come back down to frame the foot, and then pushing ourselves back into the half split. And again, using the props if needed. I definitely need the props on this one. My hamstrings are very tight. Getting your upper body over your thigh, trying to get your knees to your nose. And staying here for a couple rounds of breath. And then removing your props when you're ready. Back onto all fours in tabletop position. Coming up for our last downward dog of this series. We're gonna come into our seated pigeon position. So if you need any blankets or props for this one, or a pillow even, I would grab that. But I'll walk you through. We're gonna take our right foot up to the sky, bring knee to the nose. And how I like to get into pigeon is first propping my knee directly in front of me, and then sort of shimmying my foot out into this pigeon position where I'm most comfortable. So it's starting to make like that figure 4, and you want your calf to be aligned with the top of your mat, so your shin bone. But you also want to make sure your knee is down to the earth so it's not twisted open, so your hips are nice and squared. And this is where I like to use a block or a pillow. We're gonna forward fold into our pigeon position. In this one, we're gonna sit here for a while and just take your forearms into the earth, forehead, either to your pillow, your block, or the mat. And really, really sink into this pigeon position. And this is definitely a place where some uncomfortability lies. So try to melt into it, work through it, and breathe through it.
Yeah, we just let me know. Saturday, I know it's so crazy up there, so I don't want to be wear the crowd. But yeah, we'll get it in, and we only got 30 more days.
Onto you, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, take a couple more rounds of breath here. We really want to.
Oh, because the voters, yeah.
All right, and then slowly lift your upper body off the ground, walking back, keeping a nice upright position with your body, and then stepping back into plank.
We can just play it, but that's cool. Impromptu. Everybody go.
Downward dog. And we're going to do the left side, ladies. So left leg up to the sky.
Yeah, because Kelly said she would go, yeah, that way
And
we
press
just make it happen.
pigeon. Okay, can you go on mute?
Yeah.
And then getting yourself into your pigeon position on your side. Again, keeping your right knee square down to the earth. Using your prop if you need it. Bending over in pigeon. Forearms for support in front of you. Forehead to the earth. Or to your block. Wherever you're comfortable. Again. Ability to try to
back. So I get it. That's good. That's good.
Staying here for a couple more rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay here. Stay in that position for a couple more rounds of breath. And then when you're ready, get yourself comfortably up into your seated pigeon with your chest up to the sky. So just walking your fingertips back. Coming back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And then coming onto your belly. Again, with your right cheek to the earth from side to side. Now we're going to do Sphinx pose. So we're just going to keep our forearms placed into the earth like they are. And just lift only your upper part of your body. So not a full cobra, but engaging your lower back. As you'll see behind me, toes are pointed. Just your upper body coming off the earth. And this is a really nice strengthener for your lower back. This is something if you want to work on your lower back strength. This is a position that you can hold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then coming down, left cheek to the earth. And just shake your hips from side to side. And then one more Sphinx position. So again, keeping your forearms and your palms planted in the earth. Upper body rises. Toes are pointed. Legs are squeezed nice and tight behind you. And if you'd like here, try to lift your toes off the ground behind you. Deepening that strengthening in your lower back. And then relax your feet back down to the earth. Push your upper body back into the ground. Right ear to the mat. And shift your hips from side to side. Okay. And now we're going to just do a little frog pose here. So again, lifting your body up, taking your left forearm to support you, taking your right hand to grab your right toe, the inside of your foot, and looking over your right shoulder. This should feel really good on the front of your thigh here. Your quad stretch, nice quad stretch, but you're also getting a nice shoulder stretch here. So one final shoulder opener of the class. Back to center. And then same thing on the left side. So taking your left arm and hand and grabbing the inside of your foot, wrapping your hand around the outside edge of your foot. Again, looking over the left shoulder if it's comfortable. So getting that nice stretch in your quad, but also your upper back and your shoulders. And then coming down. And then meeting me in child's pose, a nice wide child's pose. Walking yourself up. We're gonna come to the top of our mat to get into this position. So this is called garland pose. I like to get in here from like a wide-legged sort of second position. Heels facing each other, toes pointing at 45 degrees. And we're just gonna bend, slowly bend down. Keeping your elbows inside of your knees. So this is another place where you might need a block, and maybe you can just sit on your block here. But if you can get into the full position, keep your body upright. Your elbows are pushing on your knees to really open up those hips. And let's just stay here for a couple rounds of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, placing your palms into the earth, stretching your body up, shimmying your toes back into parallel position, and then coming slowly into a seated position. So thighs and chest and body all together, and then scooting your body back into a seated position. So here we're going to come into seated forward fold. So you want your back nice and straight. Just remove some of the skin from your sits bones here. And then bringing your arms up besides your ear. And you're going to roll your wrists out. First, we're going to bend our body forward with a nice flat back. So we don't want to be curved over because that's how we are all day when we're sitting at our computer. So really working on flattening your back, your lower back nice and strong, pushing your chest forward. And if you can, I'm taking my index fingers and grabbing my big toes with them. This is also a great place to incorporate your props. So if you want to just place your hands on your blocks behind you, beside you. And then we're going to deepen that stretch by doing a nice forward fold. So if you can, grab the arches of your feet. Again, taking your chest to your thighs. Ultimate goal is to get your forehead to your knees here. Staying here for a couple rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then taking your fingertips and walking yourself back up. We're going to pull our left knee into our chest here. Again, removing any excess skin from your sits bones so you have a nice stable grounding seat. And here we're going to do a twist. We're going to take our right arm up and cross it over our left leg, looking over your left shoulder if you can. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then taking the sage twist that we're doing and reversing it, taking your left elbow, bringing it into the inside of your left knee, and twisting and looking over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center. Straightening both legs out and then pulling your right knee in. Same thing on the right side. Lifting your left arm up to the sky and twisting over your left knee. looking over that right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Unraveling yourself and then taking your right arm up to the sky, bringing your right elbow inside your right knee, pushing your body nice and straight, and then looking over your left shoulder. And then extending, coming back to center, extending your legs in front of you. We're going to activate our core a little bit and spend some time in boat pose. So whichever you're most comfortable, you can also use your props here if you need support. A boat pose is extension of your legs and engaging your core, and then taking your hands in front of you, whether you want your palms facing down or up, whichever is most comfortable or you desire. Toes are pointed. We're going to hold this position. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then hug your knees into your chest. We're going to do that one more time. Let's rock it out. Let's rock back and front and back and front. And on this last one, back and coming up, balancing on your sits bones, maybe holding the backs of your thighs for this one. Whatever is most comfortable and keeps you supported, or arms extended in front of you, palms down to the earth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Give your legs a nice squeeze again. Let's rock it out, back and front and back and forth and back. And then staying on your back, we're going to get into our bridge position. So planting your feet into the earth. Your palms are also planted into the earth. And we're just going to take at first a modified bridge pose. So here we're going to lift from our sacrum up, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae, pushing our sacrum off the floor, engaging our hamstrings and our quads here, keeping the upper body grounded into the floor, your neck neutral, and staying here for a couple rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale, pushing those hip bones up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, and then slowly roll your body down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And on this next bridge, if you're able to take your full bridge, you can take it here. Otherwise, another modification you can do, or another version of bridge you can do to get an extra stretch in your shoulders, is bringing your palms back together in that clasp that we did earlier in class. So you're getting a nice chest opener, chin to your chest here, pushing up into your bridge. And you can stay here for 4 rounds of breath. Or if you would like, you can take your full bridge pose and stay here for inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back down again, vertebrae by vertebrae, chin to chest, and extending your legs out in front of you, and just rocking your hips from side to side, maybe rocking your toes back and forth, digging your heels into the earth. And then from here, we're going to take one last twist of the class. So again, bringing our knees up to the sky, and first dropping them over to the left side of your body. So nice supine twist, opening your arms in a T out by your side. Your knees are facing the left side. You're gonna take your right side of your head and look over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then bringing your knees back up to the sky. And then having them drop to the left. So knees to the left, you should keep your hips nice and square. And then looking over your left side of your body, so over your left shoulder. Staying here for a couple rounds of breath. And then bringing your knees right back up to the center. And then we're just going to recline into a goddess pose. So just knees out to the side. And this is a nice position to just put a little pressure on your thighs. So really one last final hip opener here. So pushing your thighs open, keeping your sacrum on the earth. Really getting a nice inner thigh and hip stretch. Closing your eyes. And then when you're ready, extend your legs in front of you and get into your most comfortable Savasana position. However you would like to take your arms on this one. Whatever's most comfortable, you can place your left hand on your belly, your right hand on your heart. You can lift your palms to the sky. Whatever's most comfortable. Take up as much space as possible on your mat. And this is a good time to sort of disconnect from the pattern of your breath. Slow everything down. Let every ounce of your body melt into the earth. Again, a reminder that tomorrow is one of the brightest full moons of the year. And with that moon is going to come a lot of change. So we need to continue to keep hopeful during these times that change is on its way. And embrace the uncomfortability that we have to go through in order to transform. Stay here for as long as you'd like, and I'll guide you out. When you're ready, begin to bring some life into your toes and your fingers, maybe just wiggling them around. Keep your eyes closed. Try not to open them yet. Just stay in the moment. Maybe roll onto your side, coming into a more fetal position. And then slowly push your body up to a seated position. Again, keeping your eyes closed if you can, just staying in this relaxed moment. And then when you finally get to a seated position, placing your palms in the receiving position, so palms upward on your knees. And then gently lift your eyes open. Taking one last collective Om together on the count of 3. Putting your hands at your heart center for this. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Om. Bringing your thumbs and your palms to your third eye. Bending forward. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful Sunday, everybody. Hopefully the sun comes out. I thought it was going to be a sunny weekend. So hopefully this practice brought some sunshine to your day. Thank you.